And it's Sunday Who Would Win. And Sunday Who Would Win comes to us from, not the Red King, I'm just going to call him the Red King, from Red King, the Red King. And he asked the question, who would win in a fight, Dr. Doom or Dr. Fate? Now, I can tell you, it's going to be a pretty easy answer. If we're going to go with these guys at their peak abilities, it is actually a pretty easy answer. With Dr. Fate, he is pretty much the DC equivalent of Doctor Strange. He is not Sorcerer Supreme, but his helmet actually carries the essence of the Wizard Naboo, and technically the Wizard Naboo, who is Dr. Fate when he's wearing the helmet. And he's got some martial abilities, but he's mostly just mysticism. And you name it, he can theoretically do it. I mean, he's got some limits to his abilities, but he can theoretically do whatever he needs to do with his abilities. So he's quite capable in that regard. Dr. Doom, without bringing magic into the fray, is one of the smartest individuals in the Marvel universe on the planet Earth in Marvel. Technological genius. His armor is already has special properties that pretty much separate him from the outside world. He's so durable it withstood a shot from the Infinity Gauntlet. Granted, he was smoldering. He's like, I don't know if I can do that again. But yeah, he can survive a shot from the Infinity Gauntlet, basically. He's also has multiple abilities, including energy projection, levitation, many machines, including Doombots. I'm blanking. Oh, that enlarger, like you throw some pebbles, turn into boulders, enlarger beam. So it's quite impressive. But then when you factor in when he was speaking new magic, because they retconned it that he lost the ability to use magic at one point. And anyway. Sorry, American Dad. When he knew magic, he literally got transported to the beginning of the earliest forms of magic and learned pretty much everything there was to know on Earth about magic from the get-go. And it was to the point where if Doctor Strange were to die or step down from Sorcerer Supreme, he would have been the next candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. So the question is, who is the one who's going to win the fight? Let's break this fight down. Let's say Dr. Fate senses a disturbance of mysticism and it's Dr. Doom, and he goes to confront Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Sends some Doombots. Dr. Fate can quickly dispatch Doombots. That's no problem. However, then Dr. Doom comes into the fray himself and just starts laughing, and then they start throwing magic. And for a while, Dr. Fate will hold his own. But in the long term, when you combine the science that Dr. Doom knows, plus martial ability, he's got some hefty combat experience too, and the mass amount of magical knowledge he has, Dr. Fate quickly starts to run out of things that he can do to counter that. Now, I can't go into every spell that these guys know, because it's magic in a level that, hey, we've seen plenty of spells they can do, but they also probably know way more spells than we've seen in the comics or any other form. But yeah, I mean, is there a way that Dr. Fate could theoretically beat Dr. Doom in the fight? I imagine there is, given the way that magic works. If he could catch Dr. Doom off guard with a spell of some kind, separate him from his armor for, let's say, and then create a lethal strike type spell, that's something I could see happening. But given how smart, how strategic, and how overall powerful Dr. Doom is, it's not something I see very likely happening. So I give this fight, I'll go 90% Dr. Doom. I think there's a 10% solid shot that Dr. Fate is the winner in the fight. But it's all subjective, obviously. I had someone comment in a video a while back, like all the way like a year ago, asking, he's like, hey, look, man, it's your opinion, you're welcome to it, but come on, let's be clear, this character wins, no one beats this character. I'm like, and I feel so tempted to be like, well, okay, you are right, that's my opinion, but isn't this comment that you're putting right now technically your opinion? So you're stating your opinion like it's fact, but it's just your opinion. So I don't know. I feel almost tempted to do that, but I don't like to respond to the trolls. Anyway, that's my thought. I think Doctor Doom takes it 90% of the time. Dr. Fate takes it 10% of the time. But hey, if you think differently, let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll get to it at some point. Idea for who would win, superhero magic, whatever I do on the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to it at some point. Back with What If. I'm tempted if I want to do the MCU video tonight. We'll see what my time is looking like after all the videos are said and done. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.